and welcome. Aquariuster here, back with another video, and today we are looking at a Reekwater loot run video. Now, I've been running loot in Reekwater for quite some time now, pretty much ever since I hit 60 way back when the game first started, and honestly, it is still a really good territory to go and loot. Season 4, though, they increased the value of loot in Reekwater by adding Adamant to the loot table of any of the supply caches or anything like that within the territory. So today I'm going to be showing you the route that I like to run. It is a pretty lengthy route, so definitely try to keep up with it, but you can definitely cut it up into sections and decide if you just want to hit up certain areas. I'll try to mention which areas are worth hitting if you don't want to do the entire run. Before we fully get into today's video, I do just want to say if you like this video or if it helps you out, please drop it a like. It really helps me out a lot. And if you want to see more content like this, including live streams, definitely subscribe to the channel so you are notified when those videos and live streams do go up. We do still have that goal of 1,000 subs. I know I've been saying in the last few videos, but we are getting so close. You guys have been absolutely amazing in the videos, and I have to thank you very much for all the support you have been giving me. But let's get into today's video. Alright, so to get us started, we are going to be starting at the Lazarus Shrine. So from here, we're just going to go through the map so you can at least see where we're going, and then we're going to actually run the route so you can see as well kind of what we're doing, where all the loot chests are. There might be a few that I skip. If I do miss any, definitely let me know in the comments if I don't mention them, so then in the future I know that I can stop there as well as others can also find those easily. The first stop we're going to go to is Skyview Repose. There's quite a few chests through there, so we'll go there. From Skyview Repose, we are going to Mosswater Bourg. From Mosswater Bourg, we go to Sunken Aspect. Sunken Aspect to Glimmerfen. Glimmerfen to Virid Grotto. Virid Grotto to Mistywater Thorp. Mistywater Thorp to Sha Makogai. Sha Makogai, we're going to follow this road all the way down to Syleio Seko. Syleio Seko, however you pronounce that. That is where we are going to be ending. And then the very end of the chest run ends right down here. There's a bridge that we are going to go across. So that's what we're looking at for the route. So let's get started. I'm going to head over to the start of Skyview Repose, so I will meet you over there. All right, we are over at the start of the Skyview area. So there's definitely going to be a lot of ads. I'm going to probably skip quite a few of them, just being that I want to keep the video rolling here. But in general, you can definitely kind of kill most of this stuff and just keep moving. None of these areas have elite enemies, so most of it's pretty easy to take care of. So we got that. I'm not going to worry about the presents along the way, just because, again, we need to keep the video moving. We have a long way to go to finish this route. So the archers can be a little bit annoying if you're just trying to burn through this and not kill everything. And sometimes the pylon is kind of nice if you're trying to move through these routes, just because you can lay down the pylon and it'll grab aggro. And then you don't have to do as much. You can kind of just grab loot and keep moving. Alright. Try to get this. Keep moving. There are a decent amount of moats and stuff along the way. I'm not going to farm all of them, but there's quite a few different spots that you can get some of them. So grab this chest. We'll grab the moat since it is this quick and easy. Come up over here. There's going to be another chest on this side. And any single one of these ancient urns, supply caches, any of these can drop the craft mods that we're looking for. And then you also obviously have a chance at pulling like trophy mats and stuff. I know trophy mats aren't as sought after nowadays, but it's still kind of nice to pull that stuff. It does make for kind of, you know, fun, rare loot to pull for those of us who do just like running loot. Anytime we get something that we know is rare, it does make it a little bit more fun. Right, so we'll grab this one. On the side, we'll grab the moats while we're here. And we'll go over this way. Grab the stockpile. And then right here, we're actually just going to run up the wall here. We'll grab this one. Sometimes you can get this without this aggroing. Sometimes they'll aggro, just kind of depends. All right, so we got that. Now we just keep moving. So a lot of this run is pretty straightforward as far as just like following the route, but there are a couple spots where like I start at very specific points because when we end, it leaves us kind of pointing in the right direction. I don't like backtracking a lot when it comes to chest runs. So anytime we can try to find the most efficient route while getting the most loot, it's kind of an extra bonus. Some areas it can't be helped. There's just, you know, no really good route, but most of the time you can find a fairly efficient route that works for yourself. Okay, so we're gonna have to clear some of this stuff out. Grab this. One person farming this guy right now, so we'll help him kill it. Maybe we'll get a trophy map out of the deal. Does not look like we did though, did it? Alright, we'll grab this chest. There's one more cache over there, and then we're heading into the building over there. And there's at least one hidden chest kind of in there that you definitely would not know is there if you didn't go looking for it, because it is not obvious by any means. Okay, we'll lay that down, let the pylon do its thing. Alright, so we're gonna grab this chest, head over to this side. There's gonna be one other one over here, and on these ones you can kind of start on either side. It doesn't really matter, just as long as you get both of them on either side of the stairs. And just keep heading upstairs and go inside. Grab this one in the corner here. And this is the first of the kind of hidden ones. You can block just to slow yourself down and make it a little easier. But it's underneath these stairs, so you have to walk along that little ledge there. This ledge right there. And then we're going to grab this one. And then there's another one down here. So I just run at that and drop. Then we're going to get this one. But these two are the two like hidden ones that can be a little trickier to find if you don't know that they're there, because it's not obvious. And we can grab this. And some people do start from the bottom and go up. With our route, we go top down because then it leaves us in a way that we can head on to our next area. So just keep following this route. There's typically more ads, but because that other guy was coming up, there's actually not much of anything on our way down. So it's kind of a free run. But even if you are by yourself, really, really easy. I've done it in all my different builds. It doesn't really matter. None of it's elite. They're all, you know, 60 or under. So pretty easy to just kind of walk through it. All right, and then we're gonna drop down here. I'm just gonna throw the pylon down. We'll grab the stockpile or the chest. So again, pylon is really, really nice when it just grabs aggro like that and you don't have to do anything really. It just makes your runs go a little bit quicker, so then you can get through some of these loot runs overall quicker, meaning more chances at more loot. All right, so that is the end of the Skyview Repose. I'm gonna head over to Mosswater Bourg and I'll show you where I like to start that run. So I will meet you over there. All right, so we made it to Mosswater Bourg. And where we are starting is this rock right here. So I like to start up here. You have Putris over here, which a lot of people used to farm for the rapier that dropped from him, and I believe you can also get the Jewel Crafter's hat, or whatever they end up calling it. So we're gonna take them out first, just because might as well have a chance at something gold. There we go. And then that's right, he also drops a spear. So it's a little bit of dark matter for us, because we'll just break those down more than likely. And for this one, I do have a specific route that I run. Okay. Alright, so we'll grab this. There are some death motes around the area. There's actually 3. There's one there, one over there, and then there should be one kind of up to the right, somewhere up over there. The compass, the tracking system, does not always work, so I don't always rely on that. Knowing that there's a good chance that there could be something there, and it's just not telling me. This time it is telling me, but I don't always trust that. So getting to know where some of those spawns are is really, really good. So once we get that one down there, we're going to go up and to the right, kind of where it looks like we would typically start the whole run. And we are just going to run all the way up here. And to make this easy, if you don't want to end up killing all these ads and you just want to keep moving, you run underneath the stairs, go behind the chest, and you should be able to grab the chest without them attacking you. Now, occasionally they'll loop around and might get a quick hit in, but otherwise they actually will go up the stairs and start attacking the stairs sometimes, like that. So now we just keep moving. Keep going up the stairs. And then we're actually going to go down these stairs really quick. All right. All right, one more there. So some areas, it's going to be really hard to get away from killing stuff. So sometimes it's just faster to just take a little bit of time to just take them out, clear the area, move on. All right, so now once we went down there, we came back up, rotate up and around. Then we're going to go up into this house to the right first. We're going to grab this crate. And then I just like rushing into this room because then you bring everything in here. It just groups it up a little bit easier. And then we're going to go across, go into this house here. And there is a stockpile up top here. So we'll grab this stockpile, and then we're going to head downstairs after this. Unless that decides to hit us. So let's take them out. And then hopefully he does not come up the stairs now and get us. So this is what I mean, where sometimes it's easier to just clear everything. I probably should have just cleared them. I should really listen to my own tips here, huh? No, sometimes you can grab stuff really quick and easy depending on how, how all the mobs are laid out and everything. And then other times they just do not want to work with you. So see how it goes for your runs and use your own discretion in terms of clearing stuff. So we're gonna grab that one in that house. Now we're gonna loop back down and around. This is another one that we can actually just go around the chest and avoid having to fight too much stuff. So we'll go over here. I do recommend falling back a little bit. If you sit right next to the chest, there's a chance they actually push you off. So I wait until they start retreating, I go and get the chest, and then we're good to go. So we grab that, then you can actually just drop down from there. I usually go through here, and then we just are on our way. Now you definitely could start by going up over this way first. The only reason I start down low is because since my old run, I always used to farm Putris every time I'd come through here. I always started there. So I always start there because there's a chance that depending on how long it takes you to work through that area, you could then potentially get a second kill on Putris. All right, next we are heading over to Sunken Aspect. We are just gonna run all the way there since this is a really close one. Now Now, Sunken Aspect, as far as some of the different areas that you may not have the most time for, Sunken Aspect is one that I highly recommend running to and doing. So when we're doing our run, we start in this corner right here. And I'll show you, you can jump right up top and then jump over here. And we have our first little cache right here. So this is an area, this is a specific route I go. This is different. They, for some reason, added in this like block to raise it up. I don't know if that's intentional or not. And we're gonna run across the top. We're gonna grab this. On to the next one. So a lot of this is just following like lines of where the loot is. For this one, the only reason why I do this route is, again, it's going to leave us in a position where then we're like lined up to just start heading towards the next spot. This one, they bugged out this season. Just jam your character into this corner and you should be able to access that chest. But there is one in that corner, so make sure you go and hit that one. We discovered that on stream yesterday because I wanted to do a quick run through of this route before I did any recording. And we did find out that it actually... It does have a couple spots where things have changed on a couple areas, a couple territories. Nothing major, but like that chest I knew was there. And so that's why I went and checked it yesterday, confirmed that it was still indeed there. So we're gonna grab that one. And then there's one more in this corner over here. And then next we're going to cut across and do the other side. So first we did this half, top, bottom. Now we cut across. And we are going to start on the bottom on this one instead of the top. And sometimes the tentacles will kind of keep their distance from you and you have a chance to just kind of grab and go. A lot of times though, you're going to have to take them out. Which if you do have a Fire Staff build, Fire Staff works really, really well in Reekwater just because there's so much Angry Earth. So if you have a decent Fire Staff build, I do recommend trying to run that. Or if you're a Bruiser, Bruiser builds work really well in Reekwater just because you're a little tankier and all that. And then the slash damage. First shot went right through that. All right, we're going to grab this. And then we head upstairs. So we're going to lay this down. That. Ice Storm. And then we're just going to clear out the top and grab all the loot here. All right. So we'll grab this one, and then there should be the stockpile and one more smaller cache, and then we are moving on to Glimmerfen. I knew it was a mistake to grab that chest initially. I should have taken them out. All right. Let's get this chest. And I'm not currently running any luck. As many of you know, I'm just always on the fence about luck. I always like try it and try to convince myself that it's helping me, but I really have no idea if it's helping or not half the time. So I just don't worry about it. If you have, you know, if you're getting good luck wearing luck gear, like keep wearing it. It's probably not hurting you at all. But for me, I just don't notice a big enough difference, so I don't personally run it. All right, so that is the Sunken Aspect area. Like I said, that is an area if you do not want to do the whole run, I highly recommend there. As you can see, it's a lot of chests in a small area. Next, we are going to go over to Glimmerfen. We're going to be starting right over here, so I will meet you over there. All right, we made it over to Glimmerfen. So this is where we're going to start right here, right out of settlement. This is another location where, again, if you do not want to run the whole run, this is a fantastic spot to hit up. So outside of the loot here, you also have availability to get water motes as well as Azoth water. So it's a very, very good spot in terms of resources, just for some quick resource gathering. And then you can also farm up the pigs and stuff if you want to work on some of your skinning, get a little bit of hide along the way. We are going to grab the motes while we're here. What we're going to do is start off to the right here. And there's a supply crate right here, Azoth water right there. And then we're going to come back this way. We're going to take care of these guys. Grab the Azoth water, because why not? And then there is another crate right back here. And then from there, we're going to cut back up this way. There's another water moat spawn right there. Someone has already farmed it, so we can't get it. But to the right is a supply cache. To the left is another supply cache over here, so we'll grab that one. To our right is going to be a stockpile, so we'll grab that right away. And then we are going to clear this area because there's a couple chests that we need to get, and it's just a lot easier if we clear them now. Alright, so then to the right here, or to the left I should say, we have a supply cache, and then there's another water moat spawn right here. And then I loop back, I get this crate in the middle, and then we fall back a little bit further. And there is another crate over here. In Glimmerfen, you can kind of hop around. As long as you know where all the chests are, you can hop around and do them in a different order. I just like to start at that starting point because, again, it's going to leave us off where we need to be heading. So we're going to grab that cache, and then over here are more water moats. Or spinefish fins in this case. And then we're going to loop around this way. And as you can see as well, keep note that we are getting a bunch of our season pass done here. For activity cards at least. Because I really do think like Reekwater is one of the best spots to get some of your season pass done. There's a lot of opportunity to get a lot of those cards and stamps. I want to show there is another spot for water moats right there. Azoth water right here. There was an Azoth water spot back there. And you'll see them if they're spawned in, they're glowing and all that. Get the cache to the left, and then we're going to go into the waterfall. Now this is a potential spawn for raffle bones, or at least it has been in the past. I haven't seen them spawn here in a while, just because typically this area is semi-higher traffic. And so you don't always see them. I don't really go out of my way to look for raffle bones. We actually saw him in stream yesterday while doing this route in a different area near the end of the route that I will also point out to you guys. But there's a stockpile, a supply cache in here, as well as water moats right there if you want them. And then next we are going to head over to Virid Grotto. So this one's pretty close by, so I will just have us walk or ride over there. And Virid Grotto, so there's 3 different spots, all right? 3 different spots. If you don't want to do this entire loot run, 3 spots that I recommend is Sunken Aspect, the one we did earlier, Glimmerfen that we just did, and then Virid Grotto. If you do those 3 spots alone, you are going to get a whole bunch of loot. The reason why I recommend those spots, 1, they're fairly close to settlement, so you don't really need to go very far to get them. And 2, they're really small areas with a lot of loot packed into them. So for this area, and I've seen people run different routes for this as well, but again for this route, because I want to end in a certain spot, we're going to start up here. There's a lot of wordwood up here. We're not going to actually be farming the wood today, but if you do want to find a really good spot for wordwood, this is the place to be. There is a little bit of ironwood as well, but the wordwood here is amazing. If no one farms it, you can come out with quite a bit. So for this one, if you want to make the tentacle easier for killing, you can actually shoot it from back here. Sometimes it will aggro, but it will only just go halfway up to you. But see there, we killed it without having to do much. Then we're going to come down here. And we are just going to clear the area for now. Grab this supply cache. Almost get blown up. Grab the supply cache. Again, there's wordwood all over here, so definitely keep your eyes out for that. Grab this stockpile over here. And then what I like to do is you look for this downed log and you can jump up on top of it, go up top, and then you can get this one really easily. Let's see if we can get this before he gets us. Nice. And then you just follow this route down here. And there are 2 caches right here. We'll grab this one. And this one. And then we move on. So as you can see, there's a lot of stockpiles in this area, and back in the day when I was first trying to do a lot of my loot runs, stockpiles were the main focus because of trophy mats. Now since trophy mats have dropped in value quite a bit from what they used to be, now we're to a point where just getting the craft mods and all that are how I want to make my money, just because we do have a little bit higher chance of pulling that type of stuff, just being that we can pull them out of any of the supply caches, stockpiles, anything like that. Trophy mats, again, I still enjoy pulling them just because I know it's a rare item, but it's not as big of a deal as it once was. Okay, we'll go up here. Like I said, some areas it's really not too bad to clear out. Other areas you actually have to clear everything in order to be able to get the loot easier. So we'll get this. Push up here. More wordwood in here. Again, fantastic wordwood farming area. If no one else is farming it, you'll have access to a lot. On top of the loot. The loot and the wood are kind of bonuses here, depending on what you're here for. Alright, so we're going to grab these two, and then keep moving. Get this one to the left. And we'll grab this crate. Go up the hill here. Grab this cache, and then we leave. So now when we leave here, there's actually more loot outside of the cave. So this is why I start where I do, because then it ends you back where you started, and then you just run off the edge here. Try to take care of some of this stuff, just so we can get this. And then to the left, there's actually some orichalcum spawns, so you can go up there and get that if you'd like. And then you go into the left into this cave. And then we get this stockpile. And we head out. So there's one last stockpile that we are going to go for. And that is right over here. So behind this tree is exactly where it is, and it is not obvious unless you run all the way back and around here. Right back over here. And this is the last stockpile for this area. Just like that. Alright, so now that leads us into the next area. So this is Mistywater Thorp. Now Mistywater Thorp, I will sometimes skip. I don't always run this. This one does take me just a little bit longer to run through, depending, you know, on the build and everything that I'm rocking. But this time we are just going to try to cruise through it. Let's see if we can get through it pretty quick. And what we're going to do is we're going to just follow the dock here. Go all the way around. And we're going to go into this house right here. But yeah, as you can see, it's kind of hard to cruise through this area with the amount of ads in the area. Especially when they block doorways like this. Because a lot of them have range, and so they don't group up the best always. So it can get a little irritating sometimes. Let's see if we can grab this before they hit us. Nice. As you can see, they really like to clog up the doorways when you're trying to just move through here. But I have found that bruiser builds do work really well, like I said earlier, for the loot runs. Partially because you can just group everything so easily. But with the mage build, it's really not too bad. So then up here, you can kill this guy. Get your gypsum and all that. I believe he drops, I think it's one of the stone cutter pieces. I can't remember exactly, but he does have a stockpile right here. And then we're gonna go up the stairs. And this next one, if you're quick, you can actually get to it and get the chest before they actually can hit you. Let's get a little bit of haste here. Let's run past them all. Go straight to the crate. Grab it and leave. And then what I do to make sure that I don't miss this jump as often is you jump on top of this this cannon, or kind of near the cannon, and if you jump across it, you won't miss like I did. But yeah, you can jump up and around it, or jump up and over it. So normally, I would drop down and get, there's a chest back there, but we're gonna start with this one this time. This is in case you do miss the jump like I did. And you can actually grab this chest right through the wall. You just have to walk right up to it and it'll give you access to it. And then, like I said, if you did miss that jump like I did, normally the jump will drop you like right in there. And then you just run across, you can grab the loot in here. And hopefully not get stuck like I do. Alright, so once we've gotten that, and since we got the one down there, now we are actually going to go grab one that's over across the bridge here. So if you go this way... and we'll get this guy. These guys are probably the most annoying part about this run. Because once they get that kind of electrified fortify or whatever it is, it's very irritating to take them out. Alright, so once we get that one, we kind of backtrack, go back this way. We are going to go into these houses here. Alright, we'll grab this. And then normally I'm going to go to the right. You can definitely farm up these soul motes. And what I'll say for the soul motes, because jumping over this fence can be annoying, use these barrels. So your character will actually grab onto the barrels and pull you up and over to get back over to the other side. So if you go right here, see how your character grabs on, and then it just kind of like pulls you through the kind of fence there, or the rope. Alright, and we'll grab this. And then rotate back. There's going to be one chest down here that we'll go and grab. And head over this way. In this house, we are going to find 2 more chests. And this house, definitely make sure you get everything taken care of, because it is a pain. They don't do great at going up the stairs at the same time, and so they kind of just funnel into it. We got them. Alright, so we get that. And then there's one to the left. Then we head out. Now this one, we can just run up into the house, grab the chest, maybe get out. This one's hit or miss. Nope, we were too slow this time. Sometimes you can grab that one before they make it to you and before this one reacts right here. This time it did not work out like that. And the next one, though, we can for sure run in, grab, and get out. Just run straight upstairs, grab it, jump out the window. And then this is the last chest of this area. So we can go right here. There's another one where you might be able to get lucky and be able to grab it and go, but usually I have to clear stuff. All right. So that is that. We got that one done. Next, we are going to head over to Sha Makogai and see what we can get done there. So this one, Sha Makogai does not have the most loot, but the area that we're going to has a lot of value to it, especially for the season pass. So for the season pass, again, like I said, like Reekwater is really, really good for getting the season pass done because there's various enemy types. There's a lot of beasts in the area. There's named, non-elite named creatures that we can get. So it's really, really nice for getting season pass done. We'll take out this tentacle first. And then we'll go get the chest over here. Grab that. And we're going to go over into this area right here. For that, we go around. You can climb up and over. There's Azoth water here. And the reason why we cut around this way is because then there's also moat spawns. They're not here at the moment. But there's moat spawn right there. And then there's going to be another one up over here. We'll see if it's actually there or not. This one is. We'll grab that quick. Then on our way. So another moat spawn right there next to that tentacle. Let's see, can we get this? Nope, the tentacle is going to bother us. Alright. So once we grab this ancient urn, then we are going to head up the stairs over here. And kind of clear our way up. Alright. Head over this way, get this one. So I mean, like I said, the loot runs are, in Reekwater. Obviously it comes down to how much time you got, how much time you want to spend in Reekwater doing this loot. This is a really long run. I want to do the entire full run. I know it is a lot, but this is the run that I oftentimes will end up doing myself. So I want to show the entire thing. I know it is a very long video though because of it. But this is how long it usually takes me to run it on my own. When you do have multiple people, you can actually burn through this run really, really quickly just because you have those extra, that extra DPS to take stuff out quicker. So once we grab that, then we're going to hop up here. And that last guy is a named guy, so that does count towards your season pass. And then there's actually another named NPC that we're going to go after. So then for your season pass, the activity card usually is to kill 2 named enemies. And so those 2 named enemies are in this area, kind of. They're close enough. And then in this general area, there are quite a few different moat spawns. I'm not going to go to all of them right now since this is not a moat video, but just so you know, there are quite a few. So once we leave Sha Makogai, then we're going to go and actually hit up this pond right here, because this is where we are going to find our second named enemy. So this is where we will be able to complete some of our season pass, just purely because these 2 named enemies are very close. And again, there's different enemy types as we get a little bit further down. Thankfully, it is not ice resistant, because that would have been a pain. So take that out. That is another named enemy, like I said. And then we go and grab the loot. There's Azoth water also all around here. There's a bunch of ironwood spread out as well. So there's a lot of resources in this area, depending on what you're looking for, at least. So we're gonna crawl through there or crouch through there. Get this urn. Keep moving. And then we are going to grab this. We may be able to grab this before he reacts. There we go. And then what we can do is for this next one, lay down an ice shower to slow them down. Grab this urn. Keep moving. So yeah, as you can see, there's even more resources over there. The resources are very, very nice in this area especially. All right. Got that. Grab this coffer. Now I keep moving. So now we are kind of nearing the end. We are getting into the Syleio Seko, however you pronounce that. This is the last area that we'll be hitting up. So we are going to move on through here. We'll probably use the pylon, try to pull some aggro. This area, I definitely don't like taking out everything. It does take a little while on some of these because of their shields. But we're going to use this pylon to help get the loot a little bit quicker. So there we go. And then we will just keep moving here. We're also nearing the Rafflebone spot that we saw on stream yesterday. And if you do want to, you know, see this run live, you can definitely stop into a live stream. I will probably be running this more often, being that, you know, there's more value to the run. So definitely stop on by a stream sometime. And you can ask any questions, or if you have suggestions for maybe some chests that I missed, definitely let me know either in a stream or in the comments here. I would love to see any areas that or any chests that I might have missed. All right, so then we're gonna go here. This area is easiest to just kind of clear out, just because they can be a pain. All right, get that. Get the ancient chest here. Then we're gonna head out to the right. Follow this, and we're gonna go outside to the right there. Looks like someone cleared. There's normally an ad right there. One of the guys that throws the spears. And then we're gonna jump over the edge here. Go down, grab this. We can grab this before he gets to us. And there's a bunch of mithril spawns as well over here. So this next spot is where Rafflebones, I've seen him multiple times. There's also Ori spawns down here. We're not stopping for that, like I said. But if you do want to farm more resources, you can definitely come here. A lot of people farm Ori and Mithril though, so do keep in mind that the competition's usually pretty busy here. Today it's not too bad. But yes, Rafflebones can spawn right here, right where we're standing in this area. So definitely check it when you're here. Like I said on stream yesterday, I was talking about how I see him here, and sure enough, we saw him here. All right. On to the very last area, the last stretch of this loot run. I know it's been a long one. Thank you very, very much for hanging in there, though. This has been a lengthy video, but I think a lot of people can benefit, and you can kind of pick and choose which areas you want to run then. This is just my full route. You don't have to do the entire route by any means. So we'll grab that, and then we're going to move up here. And there's only 2 chests remaining. There's one little like coffer or urn, and then one stockpile at the very end. So we're gonna come up this way. Go right here. Clear these guys out just to make it a little bit easier, and then they won't bother us when we push the other guys. And of course these guys are deciding to come back to life. Grab this, and head on to the last chest here. Get the tether. And these guys are a pain just because of the shields. That's really the only thing. So I really like AoE for taking them out, dots, anything like that. But the mage build does work really well for getting the guys with shields. All right, so we're gonna get this last chest right here. So this is where we ended. Like I said, we worked our way through that whole area, came down, looped around, got the loot there. And that is the very end. All right, that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. I know this was a really long video, and I know it was a lot of different spots, and this whole route is pretty lengthy if you do it from start to finish. But that's why I do recommend, if you don't have the time or don't want to invest the time into the entire route, just hit up that Sunken Aspect, Glimmerfen, Virid Grotto. You could hit up just one of them if you wanted, or all three. All three of them don't take too long. If you want to do just two, I'd do Glimmerfen and Virid Grotto because they're right next to each other. But totally up to you with which areas. But I just wanted to show my full route and the main areas that I like to go to farm loot, specifically in Reekwater. So hopefully this route helps you out too. Hopefully you pull some really good loot. Let me know in the comments if you do pull something amazing along this route, because I love hearing when people are pulling great stuff or making money off of my videos. It's really fun to see the progression from some of you guys. But that is going to do it for today's video. So until next time, I will see you guys later.